Alright guys, Spliffy here. Welcome back. Today, let's talk about the Magene H803 Optical Armband Heart Rate Monitor. Before we dive into the topic, I'm gonna make a full disclaimer here. I am not a medical doctor. My opinion on the topic is purely based on my experience, what I've watched and read, and from people around me. Talking about what people can or cannot do is a very sensitive topic for some, and surely every person in this world is built differently. A person's heartbeat may be too low for some, but may also be too much for others. Just be civil in the comments so we can ride safe with no ill thoughts afterwards. At least we can agree that cycling can make your heart and your overall body composition stronger. I hope there's no debate on that. So, if you want to make sure your heart's full potential, better consult a cardiologist and do some stress test. As I've said earlier, I am no medical doctor. And I will explain it as I understand it. A normal resting heartbeat ranges from 60 to 100 beats per minute or BPM. Anything above that is considered an arrhythmia or irregular heartbeat. And that is called tachycardia.
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 Right, tachycardia. A rapid heart rate can prevent the heart from adequately filling up with blood in between beats. And I think it's like playing Tetris on a very high level. Tachycardia can be caused by a lot of reasons, and that includes exercise, if you have an underlying health issues. Well, even alcohol and doing drugs can give you a very high BPM. Whoa, stop. For now, let's focus on cycling and how it affects our performance as a cyclist. Sinus tachycardia refers to the usual increase in heart rate, often caused by exercise or stress. Just like cycling, a super high BPM is somewhat dangerous because, as stated earlier, the heart cannot supply the blood with the oxygen that it requires, which in turn during cycling can make you easily sweat excessively, induce dizziness, may give you chest pains, shortness of breath, may make you get fatigued quickly, worst, make you faint on the road. I can't imagine myself fainting on top of a hill with no one else around to help, but I think it won't hurt if I fall down the cliff that way, right?
NANI?
As I've said, every person is built differently. So what really is the definition of a high BPM? This is where the doctor comes in. Well, for me, I've yet to visit my doctor. My max is probably 180 BPM. If ever I feel my chest is burning, around 150 to 160-ish BPM, I'd rest. No second thoughts. My physical signs are if ever my chest is burning or I'm starting to have a leg cramp. The reason is because I usually forget all of my problems during leg cramps. So that's why. To summarize everything, a very high BPM may have a very bad effect in your performance as an athlete or as a cyclist. And worst case, your health. It can even be life-threatening. Just be warned. That's why I consider heart rate monitors as very important accessories. And that's the reason why I'm using a fitness tracker since 2016. The first release of Xiaomi Mi Band 2. And then, it's 2024, I'm using Xiaomi Mi Band 8. Buying a new HR monitor just for cycling may seem redundant, but actually not. The Magene H803 can flawlessly integrate to my bike computer. And this one cannot. The fitness tracker can also do a lot of things that the H803 cannot. So that's why I'm keeping both for my training. And speaking of, I'm just gonna do more Zone 2 training since I'm not preparing for any race or competition. More on this Zone 2 stuff later. For now, let's just unbox this and let's do this. Same pattern as before, I got mine from a different place. Top Bike.ph won the bidding war this time. I really hate it when the official store raises their price a little too much. I also bought a bonus item for the S3 Plus sensor I got last time. I promise I'll make a short video feedback for this if someone asks. The H803 is an optical armband heart rate monitor from Magene. This is the most expensive among Magene's heart rate monitors. Considering this is the lightest, has a rechargeable battery, and the only model worn on the arm. This unit can be paired using a bike computer, a sports watch, or a smartphone. Has ANT+ and Bluetooth support, 45 hours battery life, and waterproof among others. First on the list is the multilingual manual, a thank you/warranty card, a magnetic charging cable, and finally the Magene H803 heart rate monitor. This unit comes with a single physical button at the top. It also comes with a slightly stretchable Velcro strap that can accommodate 190 to 310 mm arm diameter. The monitor weighs 12 grams and the strap 9 grams. Underneath, we can find the optical sensor and the charging contacts. It can detect a range of 40 to 220 BPM heart rate readings. Let's try turning this on by holding down the button. I guess this one's drained. Let's try charging this first. Most devices with built-in batteries sold nowadays always come pre-charged. And when a brand new unit is already drained during unboxing, it only means it's been stuck in the warehouse for so long. I hope the battery is not dead. To charge this, we're going to use the proprietary magnetic cable that came along with the unit. It will blink red during the charging period. The magnets are not that strong to hold. It might help to take off the straps if it gets in the way. It was finally around 3 hours when the blinking turned steady green, which indicates a full charge. Magene claims it can last up to 45 hours of continuous use from a full charge. After charging, the next thing to do is to pair it to a device. There are 3 ways. And there are 3 ways to do so. Okay. Bye-bye. Using a bike computer, a smartphone, and a sports watch. Shall we? Since I don't have any sports watches, we'll just have to settle with the app and the bike computer. Introduction to both methods can be found on my C406 Pro video on the card above. It is also worth noting that the main device to have here is the bike computer. The app only serves as a bridge between the bike computer and the sensor. To pair using the app, tap the bike computer icon while the computer is connected to the app. Next, we need to power on the H803 by holding the button for 2 seconds. It will blink blue indicating that it is in searching mode. You'll only have to do the pairing process once. It will automatically connect every time when it's already paired and in range. The monitor will only blink 15 times to save power, but it can still accept connections after that. Now we tap sensors. We can also find our previously paired speed and cadence sensors here. Now tap search for new devices. Our heart rate sensor is now detected via ANT+ connection. Tap the heart rate icon to connect and save it. Please note that Bluetooth may also be detected. It is recommended to have ANT+ as the priority. Refreshing the page will tell us that H803 is now connected and saved in the app. A steady HR icon will also show on the bike computer. To pair directly using the bike computer, hold the button for 2 seconds to turn the sensor on and enable pairing mode. Again, it will blink blue 15 times to tell us it is on searching mode. Quick settings, quick sensors, click add, wait for the sensor to detect, click save. Now our new sensor is added to the list. A steady heart rate icon is now shown on the bike computer. And the One Lap Fit app will also automatically show the newly connected sensor. So what do you think is the easiest way of pairing? I'm very sorry I don't have any sports watch to test it with. You can comment it down and please do share it if you already experienced pairing it with a sports watch. And if you're already at the bottom making your comments, you can also click the red button, subscribe button to make this channel grow even further. Thank you! With that done, let's try wearing this. Unlike the other chest strap heart rate monitors from Magene, the H803 is for the arm. It shines a beam of light into the skin and measures how much of this light is reflected on it. More or less of this light is reflected as blood pumps around the body, which signal changes in the amount of blood flowing through your veins, measuring your heart rate. Now let's loosen the stretchable Velcro strap and try wearing it. It is recommended to wear this below the inner side of the elbow. I wonder how it compares to my Xiaomi Band 8's heart rate results. Magene says I'm around 80 BPM more or less. My Xiaomi Mi Band 8 is also super close. Now that our sensor is connected properly, we can then proceed to modifying the page setup or display of our bike computer. Tap Page Setup, then modify as needed. What we set here will also be reflected to our bike computer. I'm so happy Magene designed this for the arm since I may not be that comfortable with this on my chest. And this is because the straps may get super sweaty and icky, especially right after every ride. Plus, it won't get in the way with my fitness tracker or any other watch because this is placed on the arm, so it's all good. Now we're ready for Zone 2 training tomorrow. For those who don't know, Zone 2 training is a slow and steady training, also known as LISS or low intensity steady state cardio. This is defined as the intensity where athletes burn most fat. And that's a very good exercise for an Uncle Asang like me. Defining your Zone 2 can be quite confusing, so we will simplify it using a tool. According to trainingtail.com, heart rate zones can be calculated using these 7 methods. And this creates more confusion in my opinion. So let's just check the results and find out what fits best. First, let's change my age. Oops, age reveal. Percentage of maximum heart rate says Zone 2 should be 107 to 125 BPM. Well, this is the usual BPM when I'm doing moderate effort. This is too low for me. Carbonen asked for the resting BPM. I have 72 BPM this month, recorded by my Yi Band 8. So 136 to 146 BPM. This is more or less my zone 2, I think. For Zolods, it's 138 to 148 BPM, quite similar to Carbonan. For HRR, it's a little higher, 145 to 160. The rest of the methods require lactate threshold data which needs additional lab tests. So let's skip those for now. So until I get my lactate threshold data, let's settle with 136 to 160 BPM for now as my zone 2. And I don't know if I can sustain 160 BPM though. Most probably 150, but who knows. Okay, time to rest. Let us check everything before we head out. Powering up. Our new heart rate monitor is now detected and connected. And Chibi is now giving us his morning report. Solo ride is boring without Joe Rogan. It is a few minutes past 6. The road is still quiet, yet the sun is up 30 minutes ago. My heart rate's a little over 100, and that's good. Time to buy some carbs first. To test our new heart rate monitor, I'm gonna do more than just a chill ride today. I'm going to ride a little challenging route, so we will go to Bugho. Bugho is a hilly barangay of Maalboal. Hilly but paved. Good for my road bike and good for my ass. I'm not claiming to be a great climber, but I can stand on my own and can tolerate a little pain. Bugho has some challenging parts, especially in the Pahulayan area near the next barangay, Bala. But as a cyclist, we don't think about the uphill battle, only the downhill part of it. Bugho has a very slow incline starting from its border, and it is best to pace your ride if you ever plan to visit or if this is your first time. My first stop would be in this chapel. Time to go! The best part of riding in Bugho aside from the wide two-way paved road is that it has so little traffic. You can even count the number of motor vehicles on the road by hand. We are slowly climbing. Downhill is still few and far between. We are nearing my most favorite part of Sitio Pahulayan of Bugho, and we are also entering the next barangay. This area, I think, has the most challenging slope in our route. Pahulayan, by the way, came from the root Cebuano word pahulay or rest. Locals say that in the olden times, travelers from mountain barangays of Maalboal usually rested here before continuing their journey. So it was called Pahulayan or resting place. I'm running out of air! Now time to enjoy the view. We came from there, then we're still gonna go there. Just keep moving, just keep moving. We're done with the hardest part. Now I think we're already in Barangay Bala of Maalboal. I'm supposed to go back already, but I'm so curious if they've already finished the road construction up ahead. Let's check it out. Oops, it's not done yet. Been a month since my last visit. If you plan to visit and you wanna go beyond this point, I suggest you bring MTB or gravel bike instead. It is a gravel road. I'll have my last stop here before heading back. I'm super excited with the downhill part and it's happening in a few minutes! But before that, one last climb. Here we go! I feel like riding close to 50 kilometers per hour right now. Whoa! I forgot about the speed bump. Motherfucker. Good thing I brought my tools. My handlebars pushed downwards. Someone seemed to DM me. Sorry, I can't be distracted right now. Please don't take my downhill away from me. Later. And if you plan to visit, I'm sorry I forgot to tell you about the pack of dogs. Just keep out of their way and be careful on the counterflows. They usually hang around the road very early in the morning. We are now entering the main Moalbal Highway. I couldn't have enough of downhill, but it's enough for now. I don't have a choice. The road's getting a little crowded, a common scene for a tourist refuge town. Finally, I'm home. Hi, Chibi. Now let's finish the ride. Then let it upload to Strava. Whew. My blood's still pumping. Let's check how well we did in Strava. Our ride was 12.64 kilometers with an elevation gain of 183 meters and moving time of 47 minutes 24 seconds. And this ride makes it my biggest climb yet. Digging deeper, our average speed is 16 kilometers per hour while maximum is 47.3. Average heart rate is 137 ppm and maximum is 160. That generally fits my zone 2. Average cadence is 63 RPM with 103 max. I lost 630 calories from this ride, which is good and my highest this month. Strava analysis can also give us so much if you want to see where you struggled during the ride. It's a good insight if you want to improve upon your next ride. With our Magene H803 heart rate monitor connected, my Strava ride analysis now has a relative effort tab. We got a score of 33, which means we're above our weekly range. It means it can lead to greater fitness gains, but also greater risks. And if I can just maintain this for just a few weeks, the data can be more accurate and reliable. Our new HR803 also made way to another new tab for heart rate. Our ride is on target with my Zone 2 goal, which is 80.6% of my total ride. And now that everything's said and done, is it worth it? As I've said earlier, having an HR monitor just for cycling seems like a redundancy in function if you already have fitness tracker like I do. However, the Magene H803 focuses on the integration with the bike computer and with Strava. And unfortunately, my fitness tracker cannot connect to my bike computer. However, this one can be used for my other routine activities like monitoring my blood oxygen, my weight, my sleep data, and also my HR. And it can also command me to stand up and get moving if it detects me just sitting down all day. As I've stated out earlier, it's quite amazing to see the data and where you struggled on the ride, what particular part of the route, which you can always use to plan ahead if you want to improve on your next visit, or if you want to ride a new unfamiliar route. Now you can easily say yes to a new route if the elevation gains permits your heart to pump within your age. And you won't be scammed anymore with just a chill ride experience and being dropped by your mean friends. You know what I mean? Don't leave me, guys! And it can also notify and warn you if you exceeded the BPM that you set in the app. The default is set to 170 BPM, which I didn't reach, fortunately. So yes, I highly recommend this one, especially if you are as old as me and if you ride solo, and also if you have an existing heart condition and we're not getting any younger. And this is just a small price to pay if you still want to continue your cycling adventure in the next few years. Speaking of price, this is the most expensive heart rate monitor from Magene. But Magene also has some other options for heart rate, and it is strapped on the chest, which I don't like. Some say chest strap monitors works better than the armband, but for me, they work the same. All in all, I love it. It works as expected and it is not intrusive as the chest strap ones, I think. I love the design. It can fit most arm sizes. One charge can also last a very long time. Plus, the data integration with Strava. So guys, what do you think? Is it worth it to buy this expensive HR monitor from Magene? Or are you satisfied with the cheaper chest strap ones? Do you even use a heart rate monitor? And if that's the case, what's your resting or max heart rate? And also interested in what zone training you are focusing on. You can comment your answers down below. And I honestly thank you for making it to this point of the video. To Biker Caps Adventure, thank you for subscribing. To Sir Artemio Cabrillo, thank you very much for visiting. I wish I can show you more of Malboal. Unfortunately, vacation's already over and I don't think I can make as much videos as before. But who knows? To White Tooth Pie, thank you for pointing out the wheel circumference error on the previous video. It is quite small though, but I know it can make a big difference somewhat. To my gamer friends, I hope you can find some time to do some active outdoor activities. Health is important for all of us, so better contain it properly. And to my new cyclist friends, thank you. Hope we can learn together and possibly ride together soon. I'm still new in cycling and there's still so much things to learn. So guys, you can click the bell down below for more videos like this one, and you can also help the channel grow by subscribing and sharing this video to your friends or families. Thank you everyone. That's it for now. Ride safe. God bless.